on, wrestling fans? It is I, Seafall, and welcome to 10 Count right here on Wrestling News Co. On today's edition, I'm talking to one half of the Creed Brothers. It's Julius. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing outstanding. You know, Royal Rumble, here we are. Secret entrants always seem to be part of the Royal Rumble. Who do you want to be a secret entrant in the Royal Rumble?
Ivy Nile.
Is that a secret, or is she already in?
I guess we'll have to tune in and see, huh? Saturday if you're here in the States, Sunday if you're Gunther.
Oh my, oh my. All right, so we got Ivy, and I think she'll be in it, I think. The Men's Rumble, secret entrant, who should it be?
It's hard to pick one, especially with all the people that have come back recently. I'd love to see my brother in it. I'd love to see myself in it. I'd love to see one of those hungry guys down in NXT get an opportunity. You know, the ones off the top of the mind are Trick Williams, Braun Breaker, Tony D'Angelo. I'd like to see those guys come up and get their opportunity and mix it up with the big leagues.
I love it. I love me some Braun Breaker, some Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams. Now, speaking of NXT, you were in NXT. I interviewed Ivy last week where you guys just got a random text on a Saturday saying, hey, we need you there on Monday. And then suddenly you're on the next Monday and the next Monday after that. So what exactly happened? What was the situation of suddenly you weren't drafted, now you are?
Yeah, Trick Williams at the time was in the hospital. So we were doing a live event in Dade City. So I dressed up as Trick Williams and was performing in Dade City. And I saw Chad Gable tweet out the open challenge. And I said, man, what a better opportunity to get up there and get to display what we're capable of in front of everybody. You know, we put so much time in. Like, if it's if we're out there and able to compete for 8 minutes, you get to see 8 minutes. You don't get to see the 80 hours that go into it before that. And you know, Shawn Michaels told me a long time ago. He said, just start focusing on yourselves, start focusing on each other individually, shore up all the holes, and then when the opportunity comes, you'll be ready to go. He said, this is a marathon, not a sprint. I said, Shawn, you get done with a marathon a whole hell of a lot faster if you sprint it though. And him and I always kind of butted heads like that. I love Shawn, but we were kind of that way. And you know, Chad Gable tweeting out that open challenge was kind of the door that we needed to open. And instead of creeping and tiptoeing around it, we kicked the door in and tried to make our presence known and trying to be something that's undeniable and something that is unseen and bring an element, bring something to the division that nobody else is bringing.
Of course. And the tag team division, though, honestly, as I grew up, you have the Steiner brothers, you have the Killer Bees, Demolition, Legion of Doom, all these teams, and for a long time it felt like the WWE had teams, but not as many as they do today. How do you feel about the tag team division today, now that you're involved, and it's obviously being kickstarted right away?
What the cliches, iron sharpens iron, right? And you've got New Day, one of the most talented tag teams of all time, one of the most decorated tag teams of all time. You know, the Usos split up. What could bring the Usos back together? Maybe a set of young, hungry brothers that are achieving, and then it's kind of like, well, is it your family or is it our family? And have they lost a step because they broke up and the chemistry not there? Is our chemistry on full bore right now because we're in fifth gear right now, in sixth gear, about to hit sixth gear? Yeah, I don't know. This division is, like you said, it's probably as deep as it's ever been. But the deep end never scared me. I went up in weight in college to chase a guy that a lot of people considered untouchable, Olympic champion. My brother's never backed down from a challenge. I know he never will. We'll always bet on ourselves. When the chips got to go down and we got a chip on our shoulder, I'll go all in on us every single time. So this division's deep, but all bets are off and the Creeds are on rise.
Man, can this guy cut a promo or what? I love it so much. Now, the Royal Rumble, a few years ago now, I think it's like 5 years now, we had the Women Royal Rumble added. Obviously, we had the men since 1988. Do you think there's ever room for a tag team Royal Rumble?
That's an interesting concept. That's not something I've ever thought of before. What would the rules be? If one member gets eliminated, you're both out, kind of like what we did in NXT then? Or do both members got to get eliminated?
I would say both, because technically one of you could win for the team.
I think that would make it very, very interesting. My brother is kind of like a bull in a china shop. He always has been. He's broken vacuum handles. He's ripped doorknobs off, microwave handles. And being a bull in a china shop sometimes comes with a little bit of clumsiness, especially in a match where you have to have a little bit more agility individualness like a Royal Rumble. So he's going to eliminate a lot of people, but in the process may eliminate himself, which would make it a little bit more difficult. But if you let him eliminate a whole bunch of people, and then I just got to pick and choose and be systematic and a little bit calculated, I like our odds. We're yin and yang together, so together we'd be a good combination in that.
Oh man, one final question though. Rock just recently joined the TKO board of directors. It seems like when you get to be on the board of directors, you get to make decisions, as in fighting the head of the table, Roman Reigns. Who would win, Rock versus Roman?
It would be a generational clash. Growing up watching The Rock, it's very, very cool. Now being part of the company and seeing what Roman's done, it's been very, very cool. I think the fans would win if we got the opportunity to see that.
That's not an answer, but I'll take it. Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited to see what happens next in the Royal Rumble. Fingers crossed. Ivy's obviously winning it, and one of you, the Creed brothers, are going to win as well. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.